right, let's be real, Canada. Not everyone can be Mary Berg in the kitchen. And that's okay, because we're going to go back to basic. Mary Berg is here to show us how to make starches like rice and pasta and potatoes properly. This is good. You know, they've taken home economics out of some curriculums, and you don't know how to do the basics.
No, and the basics, for me, I love cooking, and I kind of sometimes almost forget that it's kind of difficult for a lot of people, because these little tiny steps that I just do, people don't know about.
Yeah.
Because
so
they weren't
teach us.
like cookbook readers as kids, you know?
So okay, let's start with rice. It can be tricky, and I have to admit, we ate rice all the time growing up. I put it in the rice cooker.
Rice cookers are amazing. If you have a rice cooker, perfect. But to be totally honest, rice was my Everest in the kitchen.
Oh.
I think rice is so scary because every bag tells you to do something differently.
Sure.
Every grain of rice is different. But these are a couple steps that you can do to make like pretty much any rice dish perfect and delish.
Okay, great.
So the first thing you want to do is actually rinse your rice off. Because rice, as it's packaged, it's really starchy. And a lot of those starches kind of come out and become like a dust on that rice. And when you rinse it, the water in the bottom, see those like little bits of starch in the bottom?
Yeah.
So that's like starch, which when you cook it in a pot of water or even in a rice cooker, it makes the rice kind of stick together and glue up in like that mushy rice way. So the first step, give it a good rinse under the tap and you're good to go.
All right.
The second thing, and this is one of those ones for people who want to eat a little bit healthier, but maybe don't have the time to make brown rice, because brown rice takes
a long time.
so stinking long, Anne-Marie.
Yes, it does. But it is on the new Canada's Food Guide,
It
right?
is, and I love that food guide. I'm obsessed with it right now.
Good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But my tip for brown rice is you want to start it first thing in the morning, and that sounds daunting, but it's really not. What you want to do before you go to work is I put a cup of brown rice into a pot, the pot I'm going to cook it in, along with 2 cups of water, put the lid on, pop it in the fridge while I'm at work. And then when I come home, I just put that pot onto the stove, and it cooks in about 20 minutes.
Why do you have to do it all? Why does it have to sit in water all day?
Because basically what you're doing is you're hydrating these little grains of rice with a little bit of that water before you even put heat to it.
Okay.
So it's kind of like with dried beans or things like that. So it cuts down the cooking time like crazy, and it makes it so your rice is nice and fluffy, super separate and delicious.
And what are you looking for when you lift the lid of the pot? Like, how do you know it's done?
So my thing, as soon as your rice is done, the timer goes off, you don't open it for about 10 minutes.
Oh.
Leave it, because that absorbs all of that extra steam. It just makes it fluff up a little bit, and it's perfect.
Well, see, that's what I was doing
I know,
wrong.
me too.
Okay.
I get impatient.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I do.
I want rice.
Okay, now what are we making?
So now we're gonna do a little bit.
Is that what she says?
That's what I do every day. I want rice. So this is also, I feel like this is gonna be pretty hot, but this is another tip. So what I like to do as well is I like to toast my rice. If I do have a little bit of extra time, I get that butter in there.
I've never heard of this.
A little bit of brown rice and like brown butter, brown rice. Just stir it around,
it
toast
smells
it.
so good.
And then you just add your water to this pot, pop the lid on and cook it, and you are good to go. And
Mary Berg, next level.
Next level. And then my favorite thing to do with rice is just make a big old rice bowl. This is what I do when I want to use up a bunch of veggies in my fridge. I've got leftover meats, I've got leftovers, whatever.
Yum.
I just chop them all up fresh. You don't have to cook anything. You just make the rice and you put basically a salad on rice with all the sauces you could want.
That looks
It's delish.
fantastic.
Yes.
All right, pasta is another one that we might have been doing wrong for a long time.
And if not wrong, there's better ways.
Okay.
So my first thing is a new thing that I've learned, and it's blown my mind. So anytime you're making a shorter noodle, like rotini or macaroni or anything like that, you want to start it off in cold water.
Okay.
So this is cold water. You put the noodles in, you put about 2 inches of cold water over top, and you want to salt the heck out of it. And people say pinch, but I want you to do a full 5-finger pinch or 2.
Okay.
Salt it up, pop the lid on, bring that to a boil, take the lid off. It takes 4 minutes to get perfectly cooked pasta, as
Yum.
opposed to the usual like 12.
And what do you do with your pasta other than put this giant block of cheese
I mean,
on it?
you know me, I do love cheese. So for that, basically you want to salt it a ton. You want to keep some of that cooking water, because what that does is it gives a little bit of like thickness and deliciousness to the sauce. So this is just a lemony olive oil sauce with a bit of cheese in there, and it's thinned/thickened with some of this pasta water. It makes it creamy, it makes it like stick to everything, and it's like starch is just a magnet, and it makes the sauce stick to everything.
Okay.
It's delish.
Potatoes.
Last but not least, potatoes. Potatoes are basically little starch bombs, and they are very dense. And to cook them evenly, I think the tricky thing is we want to make sure we've got even sizes. So for me, I would cut this into probably about 3 to match the size of the smallest common denominator.
Okay.
Then from there, you want to cook it in nicely salted water, start it in cold water.
Okay, why is this important?
Because this potato...
I had mine to boiling water.
No, because then it's like getting into a bath when you're freezing cold. Your body's like, what is going on? But if you start in like cooler water and bring it up, that potato slowly, gradually cooks, comes up to temperature with the water, and it cooks way quicker and more evenly.
Oh.
Super easy. And then you can get Greek potatoes with feta cheese on it. Guys, I like cheese.
Oh, I love all this. And of course, the recipes are on our website.
All on the website.
Yourmorning.ca.